Now that I have my managed application deployed, I'm going to deploy my client, my Oracle database workloads. So in the search bar, I'm going to search for virtual machines, and then I'm going to choose Create Azure Virtual Machine. Once the Create Azure Virtual Machine window pops up, I'm going to choose my subscription, and then I'm going to select the resource group that I deployed my managed application into. I'm going to give my virtual machine a name, L64S v3 C for client, and then number 1, because I'm going to deploy 2 of these. Choose the same region and availability zone as my Lightbits cluster. And then for the operating system, I'm actually going to choose RHEL 8.7 Gen 2. Now I'm going to change my instance size here, and I'm going to choose, in this case, the L64S v3. However, you can choose the instance size of your choosing, including E-series VMs or whatever you use for your Oracle workloads based on your requirements. I'm going to choose the same key pair that I used for SSHing into my Lightbits cluster for ease of access. And then I'm going to enable public inbound access on port 22 so that I can SSH into this instance once it's been deployed. I'm pretty much going to leave everything else by default apart from changing the virtual network to choose the same VNet that my Lightbits cluster is deployed in. And I'm actually going to choose the same subnet that my cluster nodes are deployed in, which is the cluster subnet. I'm going to ensure that accelerate networking is enabled for optimal performance. And then from here, we can pretty much skip all the way to review and create, unless you want to change any of these settings based on your deployment best practices. So in review and create, I'm just going to review all my settings that I've enabled on the instance, and then I'm going to create this virtual machine. And again, this virtual machine will be deployed in the same VNet and subnet as the Lightbits nodes, so that this VM is as close to the Lightbits nodes as possible for optimal performance. Once I've done this, I'm going to deploy a second VM, and then we'll skip forward.